was raised with a mother who's an artist.
I've always enjoyed
Okay, my inspiration, my blood.
project.
I'm Amy Hurley, and I'm a designer with Creative Imaginations. I designed the brand Keeping It Real. I have a new collection out called I'm Pregnant. The only background I have in art is a couple classes in high school, and other than that, I'm self-taught. I've read tons of books, and I interview different artists to find out, how they find their inspiration or their techniques. And it actually started whenever honestly, from the first time I got a pencil, whenever I was, when I first was able to hold a pencil, I just started doodling, so I got the nickname Amy Doodle. And so from that, it just took off. I doodle anything and everything. I try and doodle, inanimate objects, cartoons, people. So as soon as I could start writing, I started drawing. I am a stay-at-home mom of 3 kids with special needs. So my life is crammed, packed, just full-time taking care of them. Each individual child, depending on their needs, I have to help them either get dressed or help them with eating, preparing food, or sometimes I have to work with them on how to interact and even talk with people. So, negatively, it affects it that way, so I don't get as much creative time as I would like. But positively, I get so much from my boys. They look at the world in ways that nobody else in the world can see. They see things that, we just take for granted every day. So being able to have that aspect of it, I have so much more to scrapbook and a lot of inspiration and things to put in my book and in my art. I think I get a lot of inspiration from just all different types of creative people. So, I find it inspiring when I watch a chef create something amazing on a plate. I can look at that and see it in a sticker form or a paper form or a layout form. And the same can be said for, scrapbookers that come to the store and I get to teach them. Or I get inspiration from my mother's art. She's a real colorist, and so the way she plays and works with colors. I think I express myself creatively probably a lot through my makeup. I used to be a professional makeup artist, so I enjoy putting on my face. And I express myself, I don't really cook. I pretty much hate to cook, but I love to bake. So I bake desserts and different baked goods, and I love to express myself creatively through that. And because of my children's special needs, there are quite a lot of things that I have to adapt to them. So I have to be really creative in that. So if my child needs to learn about the alphabet and the sounds that go with it, I have to be able to break that down in a way where they can see it, taste it, smell it, hear it, in order for them to absorb it and understand what we're talking about. So for example, when they were learning their letters, I made sandpaper letters and they traced them with a cinnamon stick so they could smell the cinnamon as they traced the shape. In order to feel it, I put sugar on a pan and warmed it up a tiny bit, and then they had to trace the letters within the warm sugar, and they got to taste it afterwards. So you have to incorporate all the senses in order for them to fully grasp it, so it requires you to be really creative.
I was raised with a mother who's an artist.
I've always enjoyed
Okay, my inspiration, my blood.
project.